Welcome in, you filthy animals. Happy friggin' Saturday, baby. Let's go. Is the mic hot? Is it hot? I hope so. Is the music on? I hope so. If you are part of the few in the chat, that means that, like me, you're not a Blade Show. I suppose we should go ahead and get this show on the road. Since we haven't started it yet, we'll go ahead and get it started. Let's go. Happy Saturday, everybody. From coast to coast, from sea to shining sea, we're live. We're not at Bladeshow. Chances are you're also not at Bladeshow. Every year people ask me the same question. Are you going to Bladeshow? First of all, which one? Second of all, probably not. I'm bad at planning things. I am. I've got so much going on in my personal life that time has flown. I can't believe it. One of these days I'll make it. Today is not that day. So if you are like me and you are not there, but you're watching videos, go ahead and Spartan kick the like button for me just one time. I would greatly appreciate that. Thank you so much. Guys, whether it's 5 people, 10 people, 5,000 people. We've never had a live stream that big. But it would be cool if we did. Or maybe not. Maybe I would just miss all of the chats. I already miss plenty as it is. We're going to go ahead and start saying hi to all the good people out there who are in the chat. Hold on. We're going to go fast. We got Bob Tism. Welcome in. Welcome into Henry G. Welcome into Ed Durbin. Steve, Top Dog. What's up, dog? Good to see you, man. Welcome into Stonewall Jim Miller in the house. Good to see you, Jim. Hold on. I got too much crap on my desk. I'm glad that cup that just fell over was empty. Welcome into my man B Shady. Good to see you, dude. Welcome to CCTV Spy Store. What's up, Cicero? Jim, what's up, Jim? Absolutely, my brother. Absolutely. Listen, I know. I missed the last live stream. I just wasn't feeling it. I've been fatigued lately, guys, and it's not even that. Like, here's the thing: physical fatigue, easy for me to just power through. I sit here and I talk. But whether due to a lack of sleep, whether due to just working a lot, my personal life, I just didn't have it. And I think that sometimes it's important to understand that it's okay to take a day from your regular. But it's also important to get back on the horse, to not let that day turn into 2 days or 3 days or 4 days. Sometimes you just got to keep on going. Give yourself a break every now and then when you need it. And then keep going, baby. That's it. You're welcome, B Shady. And we plan on doing a lot more of these. I want to do more and more with the live stream. I want to get more people involved. I want to create a real community around it. I want to make it more entertaining. I mean, the problem is that to do that, I have to make myself more entertaining. I mean, listen, some people just don't like me. And what's funny is that I know, like, what's funny is there is a group of people that just love trolling my videos. Just trolling the shit out of my videos. And I released, what have I been up to lately? I released my video on one of the knives that I actually carried today. This guy right here. Beautiful friggin' knife. Like, some people won't find a use case for this. They just won't, because they're like, single-sided dagger blade, not for me. Totally get it. Totally get it. The funny thing is that for a dagger blade, this is actually pretty slicey. Did a cut test in my recent review on this guy. Slices and dices just fine. For your pedestrian EDC use case scenarios, it's going to do just fine. But full DLC, blue crystal tie. Additional lock, for those of you who, feel the need. But it's a pivot button actuated liner lock, full DLC, front flipper, rear flipper. It's good. It's good. It's really good. Really freaking good. Remet needs to do more with the crystal tie. They really do. Like, I like the fact that they offer this model with the crystal tie as an accent. I want to see more crystal tie. I want to see them do something wild like dragon scale milling. That'd be cool. Really like this knife. Is it for everybody? Absolutely not. I would never pretend that every knife is for everybody. But one of my favorite knives that they released today was also the second. I shouldn't say that they released today. They didn't release this today, but released lately. This guy right here. The Remet RT Steed. Is it a perfect knife? No, but it's really freaking good. The things that matter are really well done on this. For one, button operated frame lock. Big old button. Big old button. Blue shred, carbon fiber, frame lock. Pocket clip's not reversible. It's got a full length crown and geared backspacer, which is pretty nice. Good cutting geometry. Deployment is perfect. I could handle this knife all day. I could fondle this knife all day. I have to be careful saying that because I don't want to get a strike. That was my carry. What was in your pockets today? I had the Remet carry today. Love both of these knives. They're both great. Remet's been doing some great things these days. Can you go out and buy one of these? I mean, maybe. I think Remet is sold out of most of them, if not all of them. They'll probably do a restock. Probably. What was in your pocket? Let me know in the chat. Or better yet, let me know in the pocket check. We did something in the last pocket check that I really liked, which was starting from the bottom. So I'm just going to throw this out there, guys, because these things tend to become a marathon as people realize, oh, he's doing the pocket check. I want to get my pocket check out there. So they go in, and then it just becomes this never-ending pocket check, which is cool, except, like it's a feature in the live stream. It's not supposed to be the whole live stream. Maybe we could do a whole live stream based around pocket checks. We had enough participation. Get your pocket checks in now, because once we get there, we're starting from the bottom. And if we miss you because you came in after we started, I'm sorry. I don't. Get your pocket checks in. What did you carry? Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Joe Casper, good to see you, man. Hold on. We've got, I want to say hi to some people. Bradford Mitchell, good to see you, Brad. Stephen Fletcher, what's up, man? Hold on. Shout out to my man, Ian Coates. Talk me off the ledge from a MagnaCut PM2. Here's the thing. Do you own a paramilitary 2 yet? If the answer to that question is no, then I will not talk you off the ledge, because I believe that it's a knife that everyone should own. I have a paramilitary 2. I love it. It's this guy right here. It's in my desk drawer. I call this one the Blood Money Edition, or I forgot what I called it. This one's got sharp dressed knives, dark matter red carbon fiber. It's the crew wear from DLT. It was a DLT exclusive in crew wear. Yeah, I like it a lot. It's a fantastic knife. Everyone should own a paramilitary 2, or at least try one. If you get one and of course you don't like it, then it is what it is. But the question I have for you, is it just a MagnaCut PM2? Do you already own one? Or is it specifically the exclusive from what are they called? Blade HQ. You know it's gonna be a struggle bus today when I can't remember their name. Blade HQ. Hold on. I'm not big on this. I'm not big on this. Let me talk you off the ledge. If this is what we're talking about, Ian, let me talk you off the ledge on this. People don't get this. They say, well, everyone loves Spydercos, but they can't stand to like not change out the handles. That's not true. One of my favorite things about Spydercos is changing out the handles, changing the pocket clips, change it. Like, I love the level of customization because just like with something like a Honda Civic, right? It's got good bones. It's a platform worth modifying. People don't understand this. They say, well, if you love the knife, why would you change it? Well, because for one, I like adding my own personal flair to things. A lot of people do. That's why there's an entire market all based around aftermarket parts for Spydercos of a lot of different types. And here's the deal. That's why this one doesn't necessarily do anything for me, because it's like the draw is I hate Jade G10 for one. I don't like it. I think it looks dumb. I would change the handles, but that's what makes this knife special. Other than that, it's just not special. It's just a paramilitary 2 in MagnaCut. And that's fine. Like, paramilitary 2 is an amazing knife. If you don't have one and you're interested in one of these, totally get it. Go get it. It's cool. The diamond mesh doesn't do anything for me. I don't know why Blade HQ is screwing around on this, though. They've got a giveaway going on a paramilitary 2 Tanto. The whole freaking world has wanted a paramilitary 2 Tanto, and I saw they have a giveaway going for one of their library pieces. And somebody had asked, I saw this on Instagram, somebody had asked, they said, why don't you just bring back the exclusive Tanto? That's what we all want. And their response was so smug. They're like, we've got something just as good. Just as good. It's a regular paramilitary 2 in the worst freaking color of G10, which is like a natural G10. I mean, it's natural jade, whatever. Like, I'm sorry. Blade HQ, what are you doing? Get your head out of your... That is not just as good. Nobody in their right mind would believe that's just as good. Even if they like this diamond mesh pattern, Blade HQ needs to get it together, man, because one of the few great things that they've done is bring us the Tanto, right? That was an exclusive, I believe, from them. Either way, they had an exclusive. They could order more. Knife Joy has proven that Spyderco will sell to you if you order it, and Blade HQ definitely could. And they're over here playing games with this diamond mesh pattern G10 that most serious collectors are probably going to consider replacing. Anyways, I digress. Sharing one of my annoyances. I'll break it down like this, Ian. If you have a paramilitary 2 already, I wouldn't spend extra on this one unless the one you have is S30V. In that case, get a better steel. The diamond mesh G10, like, the one bonus to natural G10 is that you can RIT dye it whatever color you want. That's the bonus. That's the draw, in my opinion, on this, is that you can RIT dye it and you can customize it if you would prefer a different color. But that's extra work on top of... I would change the scales. I already have a paramilitary 2 and some really badass scales. So, like, for me, it's just like a I don't know, man. If this was a Tanto version, I'd be hot and bothered right now. I'd say, like, charge the gates. Buy them all. We've seen what happens when they sell out. They don't come back for freaking years. Paramilitary 2 is a great knife. I don't care about their exclusive in, like, undyed G10 that, like, I want the Tanto. I want the Tanto. Yes, I signed up for the giveaway. Thank you for the $5 super, Ian. Appreciate you, man. Vavelsky, what's up? He says, this is a real Blade show. Well, it is now. It is now that you're here. What's up? What's up, David? Says, oh, never mind. This is Sparta. Oh, man. What's up, dude? Good to see you. Welcome to Paperclip. Happy Saturday, my brother. Welcome into Bradford Mitchell. He says, I was at Bladeshow yesterday. I saw that. And I saw that you posted one of your pickups in the pocket check. I'm excited to look at that some more. You know I'm a huge fan of dragon scales. Do you think the community will get tired of dragon scale milling? Currently, in my opinion, it is one of the least utilized milling patterns out there. I have a feeling that it's because it's non-geometrical. So maybe it takes the CNC mills more time to, I don't know. But every time I ask the question of what's your preference? And I give a list. If dragon scale milling is on that list, in my experience, most people pick that. So I don't know why there's this lack of dragon scale milling out there, like good, aggressive dragon scale milling. And some are better than others. Like, for example, I'm not a huge fan of Protech's dragon scale milling, but they have one called Reptile. I believe it's Reptile or Lizard. And that looks fantastic. There I go. On a tangent once again. Good to see you, man. Welcome in. I'm so freaking far behind. It's not even funny. Welcome into Top Dog. Did I say hi? What's up, man? I think I said hi. Nick says, I have 3 pair of 3s. And what has taught me is I am not a fan of washer knives, but some are okay. Give me bearings. I mean, listen, if you're going to buy a washer knife, there is no better production knife to buy on washers, in my opinion. I know the drift fans are out there are going to come for my neck on this, but in my opinion, dollar for dollar, there's no better washer action production knife than a Spyderco on washers. Stock Spyderco on washers, production knife, chef's kiss. It's fantastic. I like it. Welcome into XLTSJP. Says the DLC Salt has better scales in my opinion. I mean, I would change those too. I don't prefer G10. I don't. I prefer, I don't know why. Call me a snob. I like well done titanium, especially after experiencing, where is it? There it is. Especially after experiencing these from RG Custom Metalworks. Oh my goodness. This knife with these scales feels like a mid-tech knife. I'm not kidding you. I am not kidding you. I've handled so many aftermarket Spyderco scales in titanium, as much as anybody else out there. And I got to tell you that these are the finest quality titanium scales. And the idea of taking this back to G10 or the aluminum is just a no-go. I can't do it. I can't do it. That's another video I need to make, though. I'm so far behind on my content list. What's up, Gizmaili? Good to see you. Says, I wish Spyderco would just release a naked version so I'm not wasting extra money on scales. I'm going to swap. Fair. That's actually a pretty solid suggestion. Can we get one without the scales? Can we order it for $50 less, $60 less? And just, order our scales separately? I would totally be down for that. The reason why they won't do it is because they are a control freak when it comes to tolerances. Spyderco wants to control the tolerances. That's why for the longest time they used red Loctite. Those bastards. And then they did the peening around the lanyard hole. And they're like, oh, we didn't know that this was an issue. We had no idea. Not buying it. Eventually, they rolled back their whole, if you take it apart, we'll void your warranty. Not that their warranty is all that good anyways. People often complain about Spyderco's warranty service. I've never had to use it. The closest I got was when I got my new style Spyderco smock with the bigger pivot. And that was a dum-dum. And here's the thing. They over Loctite one of the sides on purpose. And I had a dumb moment where I tried doing it from the wrong side, and it stripped stripped the pivot screw. I was also using T8. T10 fits in here. Like, use the biggest bit driver size that fits in any of your orifices on the knife, because I've had people tell me I haven't had an issue with T8 T8 bit drivers on the new, like on the smock, but I stripped it and then I went to the other side. I'm like, oh, this is clearly the side you're supposed to take it off of, you know. So I called up Spyderco and they said, well, we would just have you come down and we'd give you a spare pivot, but we don't have them yet. We don't. So I had them put my name on a list. And you know what they did? They never freaking called me. Never. I did end up getting replacement hardware. I want to say I got this from, what was it? Was it Knives Ship Free? I don't know. Anyways, replacement hardware is out there. You can get titanium replacement hardware. The market is caught up with the new body style smock. That's what I'm saying. It's not even really a new body style. It's just a bigger pivot. Literally the only difference between the original and that one, as far as I can tell, because I have an original. I technically have two Spyderco smocks. You'll notice that both of these have bigger pivots. Both of them. That's because this one is the original smock that I got. And when I got the new, like, I bought this set of scales, right? And it's like, sweet. Now I can put my new bigger pivot style smock blade in there. And then I got these scales as well. And it's like, well, great. Now I have got, two new scale kits for the bigger size, but I only have one bigger size. And then I started to look at the hardware and I realized something. And that realization is that the only difference from a hardware perspective between the old school smock and the new smock is literally the pivot screw size. So yeah, if you have an older smock and you want to get a newer set of scales that looks really good on, say, like the, with the bigger pivot, all you need is the extra hardware for the bigger pivot screws. That's it. Then you can convert your old smock to a new smock with new smock scales. Do I need two sets of contoured titanium scales for the smock? No. I didn't do it because I needed it. I did it because I have a problem. Yeah. Are we rambling tonight? Yeah. Still super behind. Super duper behind. Steve says he's got the Kershaw Steam in the pocket. Way better than expected. On par with the Yorkie and Half Stop, I guess. Nice, man. I haven't really checked that one out yet. Top Dog says, it is a pain to change out the handles on a Spyderco. I don't think so anymore. I want to say the first couple times I did it, it got frustrating on older models with the red Loctite or with the stupid pivot barrel that it flares out at the end. Whoever designed that at Spyderco, they need 10 lashings. Yeah. What's up, Skull? Good to see, man. Buzz Killjoy in the house says, for some people, half the fun is in the modding, not because it's necessary. It's not necessary. They're great knives without modding anything. I wouldn't spend any time or money modifying a knife I didn't like. And people don't get that because they ask me, whenever I do these knife mod videos, they always ask me, they're like, well, if you liked the knife so much, why did you change half the things about it? It's like, because that's fun. Because the blade is still the most important part of a knife, followed closely by the handle. Right? Right. The locking system is important. But if you tell someone, hey, I changed out the pocket clip, I changed out the body screws, and I changed out the scales, they're going to be like, that's all of the knife, which it's not. But that's how people see it, right? Spyderco makes knives that have good bones, and that's why they're worth modifying. That's why they're so popular. You don't need to modify them. But, I mean, need is such a relative term. Like, do you even need to buy a Spyderco that costs $200? No. Most of us could get by with some, like if we're buying a knife because we need it, you could go to the local camping store, pick up something cheap for $25 and that'll get the job done. It's just fun. It is super fun. and it's on a platform that really works well for that. He says, I guess I'm collecting D10s now. D10s. The D10s. The double D10s. What's up, Knife Nut? Welcome in, man. He says, I like natural G10 because naturally I'm going to dye it. See? For you, it makes sense. I don't writ dye anything. I've never done that before. Would I? Maybe. Listen, if... Maybe, I'd just rather have other scales. You know, like, for example, I was talking with Barclay CNC the other day on Instagram, and he was asking me, and it, like, Barclay CNC, by the way, if you didn't know, he's one of my Pacific Northwest brothers who runs a CNC shop that makes Spyderco scales, like aftermarket Spyderco scales, and they're really good. They're really freaking good. Barclay CNC. I'll pull them up. Right now, if he listens to my advice, which he may not, he asked me, he said, do you think people would prefer that when I do these Spyderco scales, that I take the lanyard hole out or that I don't mill a hole for it? And I said, yes, we would prefer that. Don't do that. Most people don't want a lanyard, at least in the enthusiast community that I'm aware of. I would say that for every one person that wants a lanyard option on their Spyderco Paramilitary 2, the next 20 don't. Sorry to you guys out there that just felt marginalized by that statement, but that's just honestly what I've noticed. So when he asked me that, I said, don't do it. Do a backspacer. Like, don't mill the lanyard hole. And so he might not. I hope he doesn't. I want to check out a pair of his Paramilitary's 2 scales too. I want these. These are his Draco's armor scales for the Para 3. I want these for his Paramilitary 2. I want a set of those for the Paramilitary 2. No friggin' lanyard hole. Give me a backspacer. He said it would cost about $20 to $30 more to do it like that with the backspacer instead of the lanyard barrel. I said, fine. Like, I would pay that. I don't know. Would you guys pay that? I think so. I ran a poll. I'm a big fan of polls. Most people said yes. For a second, I thought those PM2 scales. Paramilitary 2. He's going to refill them. So it doesn't have any on there yet. I've been checking daily. I could probably just ask him to hit me up when he does. And then I'll let you guys in the community know, because I know I'm not the only one that likes his work. I've got a couple knives with his scales. This is lightweight kit for the Para 3. Yeah, a lightweight kit in titanium. It's really good. 3 ounces for a knife in full tie. This knife with G10 weighs 3 ounces, and this is a lightweight version in full tie with titanium scales, a backspacer, a real freaking pocket clip. 3 ounces. Like, it's great. It's great. The other one I got, hold on. Where did I put it? There it is. This beauty right here. I haven't shown this guy in a while. This is my Barclay CNC Shaman. Little lines of Hezron with the fade ano. Gorgeous. It's a brick. It's a Shaman with titanium scales and pocket clip. And I kept the stock backspacer. One of the things that Spyderco does really good on their Shaman is that they use the same steel that goes into the blade for the backspacer, which is just cool. That's just cool. That means if you get an S30V version, your backspacer is S30V. If you get an LMAX version, your backspacer is LMAX. If you get a magnet, like it, so on and so forth. That's a really cool touch that people never really focus on, but I like it. I need to carry this more. I miss carrying my Shaman. What's up, Ed? He says G10 is easy to writ dye. I know. I just think that by itself it looks dumb. I don't like JT10. Yeah. I don't know what their obsession with JG10 is, but they have one. All right. The chat skipped. I'm too far behind. I'm going to check to make sure I didn't miss too much. And of course I did. Shout out to my man on the edge. 11 months, brother. Thank you so much for riding with the channel. Bradford Mitchell, thank you for the $5 super. He says, I do not troll you. I just troll where you pretend to live because it does not exist. But I was at Bladeshow yesterday, found out a lot of stuff. Nice, man. Congrats. Congrats on going to Bladeshow. I still have not done that. I just need to go to Blade West. That's easy. It's in Utah, which is only like a 5-hour drive. I drive there. Skip the TSA wait line. Thanks for the $5 Superman. And I don't pretend to live in Idaho. I truly do live here. Or at least that's what my license says. Hey, shout out to Jim Miller, who just gifted 5 memberships. Thanks, Jim. And congrats to the new... I almost said connoisseurs and collectors, but the new Spartans. Man, I'm mentally tired today. Thank you, Jim. And welcome in and welcome back to the new and returning channel members. Guys, if you are new here and you just got one of these awesome gifted memberships, one of the perks of being a member is that you can join the community that I'm building right now on Discord. How do you join? Go to the community section of my YouTube channel. There will be a post that only channel members can see, but every single level of channel membership can see it. That's an invite link. Click on it. Join the Discord community. Share with us what was in your pocket today. And thank you, Ian, for the $2 super. It says, did you hear Original Goat is basically dead on arrival? Really? I did not. Although I know some people who have been waiting for like 6 months for freaking scales, which is a shame because Original Goat was known for doing some really good stuff. Original Goat news. Do. I'm not seeing any news that they're dead yet. I don't really follow them. They're one of the few American scale making companies that I actually haven't gotten anything from. It's because I'm impatient. I don't like waiting. I have a hard time doing pre-orders, especially when I have to, like, I know that it's going to be 6 to 8 weeks and I just don't want to wait for a lead time. It's one of the reasons why I've never actually bought a set of Original Goat scales, which is a shame because they look fantastic. But I also know people who have been waiting not 6 to 8 weeks, but like 6 to 8 months. So if they're going downhill, I would imagine it's because there's a lot of people that have been waiting for way too freaking long for what they purchased. Shout out to my man Mike, who's been a channel member for 3 months. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. And shout out to Drinkwater, who just gifted a membership. Top dog with the 38 months. Just a big old flex right there, dog. Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate you. You know that. Says, yeah, I think the goat is dead. I mean, I haven't heard anything about that. All I've heard is that they've been really slow releasing stuff that people have already purchased. So I don't know what's going on there. I haven't been paying attention to the news. If you guys have more information, let me know. Shout out to my man Bradford Mitchell. Another $2 super says Bark River Knives is going out of business tomorrow. What? You guys are getting all the inside scoops over at Bladeshow, aren't you? Bark River Knives? Really? Damn. What's up, Fred? It says Blade West is the smallest of Bladeshows. It's also the closest for me. So just go to Atlanta. Just go to Atlanta. I might. We'll see. I got a vicious schedule. I stay up late. I wake up early. I don't take a whole lot of time off from my day job. Should probably take more advantage of that. Spyderco, what's up, man? It says my golden Colorado Spydercos have all come perfectly centered. One of mine from Japan wasn't perfectly centered. I've never had a QC issue with Spyderco, and I've bought plenty. You know, like I've had several Para 3s, several paramilitary 2s. I've had multiple Manix 2s. The only Spydercos where I had a blade centering issue is on their freaking lightweights. And it's always on the lightweights where you don't have 2 washers. Like, hold on. Let me see. Like, for example, does this one have 2 washers? It might. On their lightweights with the FRN scales, I've been waiting to mod this guy because Barclay is still working on their convertible titanium Manix 2 scale set. They're going to release a Manix 2 scale set. It was supposed to release in January. They're trying to get the research and design right on this to make sure that the scales are perfect to their standards. I respect that. They're not rushing to market. I'm waiting for that because they want me to be one of the first people to test it out and talk about it and create content for it. So, like, I'm waiting. I don't know how much longer I can wait. I might just end up getting another set just because I hate FRN, especially brown FRN. Anyways, I'm getting lost in the sauce here. Their lightweights are not, they have a tendency to not be perfectly centered because a lot of times you have one washer and then it's riding on the FRN, and that works fine for the action. Like, it's fine for the action. Totally fine. No issue there whatsoever on the action. But it makes it really hard to freaking center these things. Like my Para 3 lightweight that I eventually put Barclay scales on also was the same deal. Might have to get some applied weapons tech scales to put on these while I wait. That might be the play. I'm waiting. Barclay, I don't think you're watching, but if you are, I'm waiting. Yeah. I want to carry that knife. I don't know if there's any ladies here. Sometimes there are. Sometimes we get a few. What's up, Tom? Good to see you, man. On the Edge says, I have a custom shaman with European oak bog scales for sales, including some cool customer engraved titanium brass scales on Blade Bench. Nice, man. When it comes to American-made Spydercos, I try to stay with American-made scales. I try. Not because scales from like titanium aren't good, because they are actually really good. But because there's so many American makers when it comes to aftermarket Spyderco parts, that I want to support them. I do. I want to support the industry because I enjoy doing it. All right. What's up, Omega? Says, I'm back. I put all the knives away. I'll bring them back. Ian says, if I ever saw a roll at Atlanta, I'd poop myself. You know, if I wanted to go incognito, you know what I'd do? I'd just go without wearing a hat. I go without wearing a hat. Nobody would recognize me without the hat. Guarantee it. All they'd see is my big ass forehead because I got a bad hairline. I do. Says Atlanta is the most social but very overwhelming if it's your first show. I've never been to a knife show. Never been. My personal schedule's always been too busy. I've had invites. I've had like free ride offers from companies. You know, like Remet's offered to let me run their table at whatever knife show I want to go to. So I could go. Like, there's companies that would pay my way. Like, there's companies that would pay for my hotel if I wanted to run a table for them. It's just an issue with my personal schedule. And that's hard. You know, like, my family depends on me to keep the lights on and the roof paid. And so I work multiple jobs, and then I also do the channel. And I'm also a dad. So it can be hard sometimes to schedule around those things. I know. They're just excuses. They're just, nobody cares. Like, cool story, bro. We all have lives too. Mike says they scammed customers and lied about knives materials being used. Original goat? Like, did they pass some materials off as titanium and they weren't actually titanium? Original goat. Because that's the one I would think of, right? Original goat, not titanium? Where can I find this? Where can I find this? Where was this? Where was... Is this on YouTube? Original goat scam. Original goat. Nope. A lot of weird videos about goats. Nothing about original goat on YouTube. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't know where this news is coming from. David says, I'm from Alabama. Oops. Jiggled the camera cord. I'm from Alabama. I'll stand out there among all the bulldogs. Says, I love my Chapara in XHP and carbon fiber. Nice. Oh, he's talking about Bark River. Oh, okay. Bark River lied about materials? I'm just Googling on the side. Okay. So you can never really trust the AI overview whenever you search for stuff, but most of the time it's pretty spot on with its summaries. It says Bark River Knives has faced significant online criticism and accusations regarding inconsistent quality control, specifically regarding the handle fit and finish and blade grinds, leading some users to feel misled about the premium nature of their semi-production knives. Others have reported long delays, poor communication, blah, blah, blah. What? All right. The mislabeling allegations on YouTube. Ooh. I don't know. Apparently people have been upset with them for a couple of years now. Says you should check out Kodiak Edge knife and sheath. He made the video Kodiak Edge made last night is or the sheath that he made. It's beautiful. Hey, I got respect for leather craftsmen. There we go. Did you do a video on it? Let me see. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. Yeah, I heard they're having significant manufacturing delays, but are not going under for Original Goat or for Bark River. We're just we're the grapevine over here. Let's see. Kodiak Edge. Let's see. Did he make a video about the sheath that he made? Did he? I think so. All right, hold on. Hold on.
What do you think you're doing?
I should have everything out mailed out within a week. Just makes 3 to mail out. So yeah.
If I skip, can I see the sheath? Hold on.
It's nice because then I don't have to stain the damn thing. Put it together and done.
I just want to see the finished product. I'm impatient. It's not his fault. Yep. So wrapping the whole knife in plastic wrap. I've seen that before when they fit sheaths for when they fit sheaths in kydex to get them as close as possible, but also create a tiny little gap. Sometimes they can be too close, and then you have to kind of like wear it in a bit to get it to work well. Is that kydex? Or is that leather?
Like I said, this is getting painted or dyed black anyway, so I can get this as dirty as I want.
That's leather. I'm sorry. I'm impatient. I want to see it. I just want to see the finished result.
Tell all your Swedish and Finnish. It's still putting the wax on it though.
Like, you guys will have to forgive me. This was a 4-hour live stream. He is far more committed to live streams than I am. I couldn't do a 4-hour live stream. I would need too much water.
Hi, kitty.
No.
There's the...
I feel like there's a better way to do this as far as I'm finding the sheath.
I think he pulled it at 60.
I give up. On the edge, if you want to do me a favor, if you can find a picture of the sheath that you're talking about, post it in the pocket check. We'll check it out. Other than that, let me see. It's in my shorts, bro. I don't want to be in your shorts, bro. I'm just kidding. What's up, man? Good to see you. I was curious about the sheath. I'm trying to understand. It's in your shorts. The sheath is in your shorts. There's some dirty jokes. There's some dirty jokes out there. All right. Is this what we're talking about? I'm a sucker. No. Listen, music from shorts always gets me copyright flagged every single freaking time. No. I'm going to mute the volume, okay? Because I'm tired of getting the copyright flags. I just want to see the sheath. It's a cool fixed blade. Bowie style fixed blade. I'm a big sucker for Bowie style knives. Is it this one? Is it another one? Is it another one? Is it... Wait. Is it this one? You made that sheath? That sheath looks pretty sweet. I am not talented at all in craftsmanship. So that looks pretty impressive to me. Can you do one in dragon scale milling? Or like dragon scale stitching or dragon scale... Whatever the equivalent of milling is in leatherworking. That's cool, man. You made that? You are far more talented than I am. Do we have... All right. I'm pretty sure that's the one then. I'm pretty sure that's the one. Nice, man. Well done. Well done. It says, wait till you see the finished product with the knife. So wait, so that's not the finished product? That's not... Yeah, I'm going to need to see the finished product. Shorts video. Oh, it's in your shorts video. Okay. This whole time, I thought we were going to have to change the rating of the live stream. There's a snake in my boot. Oh, man. Oh, you could do some dragon scale. I might hit you up, man. Like, what? I'm not the biggest fixed blade guy, but I do have some that I like. For example, easily my favorite fixed blade, this right here, the Transparent Knives Doodle. Seriously good hollow grind on this. Magna cut at 65 Rockwell. And here's the thing, the sheath on here is good. It's a good sheath, good clip slip sheath from I forget his name. He's on Instagram. He does a lot of sheaths. Tailored by Cortez. That's who does the sheaths for the Transparent Knives Doodle. Great sheath. It's a little lacking on design, but it gets the job done, and it didn't make the knife cost $300 or $400. You know, solid sheath. Still smells like leather, and I like that. But I would love to get a dragon scale like stitching or like carved dragon scale sheath for this. That would be killer. Absolutely killer. Let's go to my homepage. All right. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. I'm doing the best I can. Hold on. I'll go to your homepage. Jeez. Hold on. I just realized I wasn't in the screen share. So you got a lot of crafts on here. So I gotta know. Is it this one? That one looks pretty sweet. Field guide. All right. Nice. Is that burned in on the sheath? The oak leaf. Those are oak leaves, right? Are those burned in? Are they carved and then burned? Or are they stamped? Keep in mind, I don't know. I don't know anything about leather working, but I'm really curious. It says, do you want the dragon scales on both sides? Of course. Of course. Of course. It says, no, the first video. The first video is... I mean, this is the first video, and that's the one we looked at initially on the For You, or are we talking about on the video page? Oh, nice. That is that's the finished product right there. Yeah. No, that looks great, man. I want to see some dragon scales. That's my thing. I would love to see more dragon scales as far as like engraving types, as milling types, as artwork types. It's just one of those things that gets people going. It gets the people going. It gets me going. I'm a big fan of that. So we got the hook right there. I'm assuming that hooks onto a belt or like a strap. That's cool, man. Good job. Like I said, you are far more talented than I am. Stamped and antiqued. Oh, okay. Makes sense. It says, I'll carry a fixed blade hunting knife daily. I mean, when you need to get work done, when you need to get the job done, fixed blades are the most reliable knives. Easily. Ian says, isn't there a NAF's doodler, whatever? Yes. It's... I saw that. I was like, really? NAF's doodler. The doodler. But it's different, you see, because Brian from Transparent Knives, he calls it the doodle after his dog. His dog is a doodle. He's got a doodle dog. NAFS is calling it doodle after like a drawing. So there's a difference. There is a difference. The Doodler pocket knife. This one, it shows a bit more flair than I'm used to seeing from NAFS. A bit more flair. They've got a really nice flipper tab right here that's guaranteed to be snappy just based on the geometry. It's not really... It doesn't really do anything for me specifically. It's $130, S30V, and micarta G10 scales. It's not the worst valuation I've ever seen. Also not the best valuation I've ever seen, because I'm positive this is probably made by Civivi, I'm guessing. Is that a hollow grind? I think that is, though. Inline flipper. The Doodler. The Doodler. Hidden micro pen. Yes. A micro pen. Sometimes you just need to write stuff down. I mean, it's not a selling point for me. Swappable inlays. Cool. Purple G10, milled Ultim, marbled carbon fiber. Okay. How about titanium? Do we have any titanium inlays? I don't know. I mean, it's cool. I got to give Ben from NAFS some props, because last time I talked about NAFS, I said the designs don't do anything for me because, you know, if you didn't tell me they were made by him, I wouldn't see anything that said this is a NAFS design. That's not a shot across the bow at Ben from NAFS. Like, the guy's a legend. That's just my personal opinion. This is a step in the right direction. I'm going to say a step because now we're starting to get a little bit more flavor in there. I can appreciate that. You know, things like going with the Swiss Army knife-like edition of a hidden pen. How useful is that? Probably not that useful. Look, I'll, if I want to carry a pen, guys, I'll just carry a pen. Like, I'll pop one of these in my my shirt all day. You know, like I don't want to fiddle around with a little pen. Like, the times when I need a pen and can't get one, and I feel like I've lost out because of that, are so few. Because most of the time I'm carrying one. Someone around me has one. If I need to sign something, usually a pen is not far away. It's kind of a nice homage to have that. You know, if you're a huge Swiss Army knife fan, I want to say most people have owned one. I've owned one, you know, like, you know, they don't have, you know, hidden pens, but they have hidden toothpicks, and that's done in a similar fashion. I can appreciate that as an homage. It just doesn't do anything for me. Like, it's got a nail nick. Is that a... hidden micro pen. Opening methods. Front flipper. Why does it have a nail nick if it's a front flipper? Front flipper, rear flipper, nail nick. Nail nicks make sense on things like backlock knives or two-handed opening knives like slip joints. You know what they don't make sense on? A front flipper. Let's head on over to the pocket check. Southern Cali, what's up, man? He says, NAFs are the knifiest knife-like knives ever. I'm okay if people disagree with me. It's just my opinion. What's up, Rick? Kodiak Edge says, I sent you the link on Instagram. All right. We'll try to check it out after the pocket check. I'm just bad at navigating. What's up, Brody? Hold on. I want to make sure I'm caught up on the chat. It says, go to Instagram. We'll go after the pocket check. We're going to get back to it. Because if I wait till the very end to do the pocket check, people are going to be very mad. Well, there's a lot of people on the East Coast watching, like, please don't wait to do the pocket check till the end of the live stream. So let me get through the pocket check and we'll go check it out. Loop Pen and change the name to the Diddler. That's diabolical. That's diabolical, man. That's you agreeing. Okay. I never know, man. I never know. I look at the chats, and I don't get tone. All right, we're gonna get into the pocket check. We're gonna do the thing where I scroll all the way down to the bottom. We're gonna start from the bottom and go up, and of course, we're starting with a QSP Penguin. Always good carry. Always solid. Button plunge lock, or is that? I'm pretty sure they've only done button locks. Penguin Natural G10. Yummy, my favorite. I'm not a Natural G10 guy. I'm not. I also don't like raisins, and plenty of people love them. Penguin is an amazing knife, though. I've tried it in many different form factors. They're all freaking good. Roman Craig. He's got a smock with the new pivot style. Very nice. I dig it, man. Lynch Northwest pocket clip. Kuwait. Is that? Wait. It's because the photo is backwards. It's like, wait, is that a clone? Is that a clone? No, it's because the image has been flipped. It's supposed to say Taichung, Taiwan. It's like, I tried to read it like this and it looked like Kuwait. It's like, since when was Kuwait making Spyderco smocks. Drink water. He's got, wait for it, McNeese Dixon, Spyderco McB, blah. And then this guy, which is in Magnamax. Who makes these? Is that that's an Emerson in Magnamax? No way. How does Ernie Emerson have Magnamax? Like, nobody's got it right now. I mean, I shouldn't say that. ProTech has some. Guardian Tactical has some. I've got a Mule Team in Magnamax. It's starting. Ooh. Concept Tuckamore? Nope, that's not a Tuckamore. Is it? No, Tuckamore has the sheep's foot. That's gonna bother me. That one's actually that's designed by Greg Schaub, right? It's not the Tuckamore. Concept Greg Schaub. I know a bunch of Fenriers are gonna come up, but it's not that one. It's the other Greg Schaub design. The Baku. That's the one. Yeah, it's the Baku. Nice, dude. I haven't seen too many of those. Did you guys hear that Greg Schaub is moving away from production knives after the most recent bout of drama with Reddit? Will we get to that topic tonight? Maybe. We'll see. Oh, accidentally almost skipped this one. Michael Threlkeld. He's got... I had this Kubi. I had this one right here. It's a super good freaking value. Why am I having a hard time with it? I had one. It's 14C in titanium. Why am I struggling with this? I reviewed this knife. This one right here is the 2. I also know this one, but I'm forgetting it. I should know this one because I owned one. I should freaking know this. But you guys got to help me out. By the end of the day, my brain is tired. It's a cool carry, man. I dig it. Knife Nut, he's got a Hawk Talon. Sick knife. The Talon is underrated. Shout out to Gavin Hawk for not just playing the supply and demand game where he only supplies just enough to keep people on the edge and like panic buying them whenever they pop. He could have, but instead he's like, no, I can produce more. I'm going to make these readily available. If you want one, you can get one at table price. And that's exactly what he did. Now I own one, and I got to say it's an amazing knife. People underestimate this knife because they're available. In their heads, they assign it less value because, well, you can go out and buy one brand new. Yes, you can. But that doesn't make it any less of an awesome knife. And I think that's where a lot of collectors really get tripped up. They're like, well, if it's not hard to get, is it worth getting? Yes, 100%. The Hawk Talon is an incredible knife. People frustrate me because all of a sudden, if something is more gettable, it's like all of a sudden it doesn't have as much value to them. It's one of my favorite knives that I've ever purchased, the Hawk Talon. And it's also one of the knives that's waiting on content from me. Reaper, what's up, Reaper? He's got the Ketuo Yakuza. The stabby McStab right there. The skull pop. Very nice. And that's the Loop Gear SK05, right? Yeah. I mean, it says so right on there. I'll act like I identified it and just didn't read, the English language. That's very nice. On the edge, he's got the Concept Orion. I like it. I like the Orion. I think I might have the same one. It's really aggressive blade milling. I like it. When I did my cut test through cardboard, I wasn't sure if it was going to hang up on the milling. It really didn't. Jim's got, it's not a sheepdog. It's not a sheepdog. It's another Kaiser sheep's cleaver. It's not a C01C. What is it? Ooh, an Alpine? Axial Alpine? Another fixed blade that I love. I dig it, man. I love my full tie Axial Alpine. Not as much as I love my transparent knives Doodle, but they're close. It's 1A and 1B. Cat Scratch, what do we got today? Ooh. Strider SNG with the double gunner grip. Just chilling on a log. Nice, man. Repost, but bigger. Ed Durbin. He's got a Tucson Maverick and a Kubi Sumo. I was looking at some of my old knife photos the other day, and I was looking at one of the more expensive knives that I purchased when I first got into it was a Hoback Sumo. Not the Kubi Sumo, which is very close, but not in fact the same thing. A Hoback Sumo. I bought it whatever you want to call it, pre-drama release, back when we all thought they were American made. After the news was released, I sold it. And honestly, like, I kind of wish I kept that knife, now that I think about it, because you don't really see them out there anymore. You don't see them out in the wild anymore. It was a really well-made knife, and I liked everything about it, but it was a really controversial knife. Even if it wasn't made in the United States. I didn't try a Kubi Sumo, but if it's based on the original design, it's probably pretty damn good. Ooh, here we go. Out by the bonfire? Come on, let's go. He's got the Cold Steel 5 Max. He's got a Recon 1 XL. He's got the Frenzy 8010 and the Swift 2, Swift 3. Next to the bonfire. That's a sick photo. All right. Dazed, he's got, what do they call that? They call that their unique series for the Sebenza. The unique graphic is what they call it. Nice, man. You can never go wrong with the Sebenza. I'm not a huge fan of their unique graphic lineup personally, but I've seen some that I really like. What's cool about them is that they don't really redo a whole lot of stuff. So whatever you see, it truly is unique, and that's cool. Warrior Guild, he's got the Drop Bear Zero. Those were hot recently. The Hinderer XM18 and the Roxxon Rhino. The Roxxon Rhino is wild, dude. I dig it. The Spanto XM18. I want to say that's the classic, isn't it? The Spanto. Ooh. What do we got? TRM Atom. We've got a Kaiser. Is that the Kaiser Harpoon? I always forget what this one's called. The RMX in the non-cerakoted magnesium handles with the thumb stud looks great. We've all agreed on that. He's got it's a Jonathan Styles fixed blade, also from Kaiser. Love this one right here at the bottom. Just realized you guys can't see my mouse cursor. It's a Winter Blade X folder. Love mine. Really freaking good knife. Then we've got a Big Idea Design. That's their, what do they call their fixed blade again? The Outlook or the Lookout? It's the Lookout, right? The Lookout? I feel like I'm close. Bradford Mitchell. This is what he was talking about earlier. He got a freaking Dragon Scale McNeese Dixon. I love the Dixon. I do. I had the Spiderweb, or I called it the Spidey Frag Halloween edition. Ended up passing it on to my man Ed B. Primarily because he really wanted it. I liked it. I really liked it. But for me, I wanted one that had the cool milling on both sides. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to wait. And I mentioned this to Ed. I said, I'm going to wait until he either comes out with a milling pattern that I really like or a mini version of the Dixon. And guess what? It sounds like at Bladeshow, he just did both. Apparently, The Mini Dixon is on the way. And he also did dragon scale milling on both sides. Freaking fantastic. Although word on the street is that Brad's wife said that this was not dragon scale, but it was in fact mermaid milling. Moment of silence as we are all now no longer able to see anything else other than mermaid scales. And you've got the pretty mermaid scales on the pen. I still want it. I still want it. I still want it. The Fellholter mini tie bolt pen looks really cool, by the way. I've been getting a hankering to get more into pens. I've got a small handful and I really like them. I've got a Smooth Precisions pens, dark stonewash bolt action pen. I've got a couple zirconium sole pens from Billet Spin. I've been looking at some Nottingham tactical pens. I've been looking at some Fellholters. Fellholters are expensive. Been looking at some Herman pens. I really want a Herman pen. People are like, why would you spend hundreds of dollars on pens? I thought you liked knives, and I do. But there's something that's really cool about knowing that who cares? If the ink runs out, you just replace the ink. It literally could be a pen that could last you your entire life. Ed's got the Kershaw live wire. There we go. Solid shot. On the cavalry saber? On the freaking cavalry saber? Ed, is that on an aged barrel of whiskey? Well, is it? Allensfield Forest. Man, Allensfield and Lamb. All right, hold on. I gotta look this up. Does the museum know that you're taking pictures of your switchblade, Ed? Or is that your cavalry saber? Allensfield and Lamb sword, 1864. Please tell me that's an original and not a replica. I was right. It is a cavalry sword. 1860 saber. Manufactured in Forestdale, Rhode Island. 35-inch steel blade. Freaking cool, man. Allensfield and Lamb made in Forestdale. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's an L. I thought that was a T. That's freaking cool. Do you own that? Or were you just taking shots in the middle of a freaking museum? I need to know, Ed. I need to know. Lansfield. Or Mansfield. Is it Lansfield or Mansfield? It says right. Oh, it's Mansfield. Okay. Lansfield and Lamb, 1864. It is mine. Not a replica. Just some subtle flexing. Talk about some badass pieces to your collection. It's crazy, man. I don't even want to imagine how much that's worth. Priceless. I mean, that's clearly not something you could sell. Like, you could sell it, but you shouldn't. Never sell that. Put me down in your will. I want the 1860 cavalry saber. Tom Cook, he's got a SBK Lamia. Very nice. Love my Lamia. I think this one is either one of the last of the Gen 4s where Alex Steingraber did the deeper milling for the nature grip, or it's a Gen 3. Because it also doesn't have the plain pivots, but that's not really a good indicator because with SPK, you can actually, he gives you the dimensions. You can order different pivots off of a tie connector. Ask me how I know. But that does look to be the deeper nature grip milling. So I'm going to say that's Gen 3. Gen 2, Gen 3 doesn't appear to be contoured. I could be wrong on this. Maybe that's a Gen 2. Is that a Gen 2 nature grip Lamia? Is that a Herman Epica, Tom? Nope, that's a Grimsmo Saga. Grimsmo Saga. Gen 2 Lamia. SPK pry bar. And then you got the Gerber dime. Talk about a flex. I show up today like, today I carried my Remet. And we got freaking cavalry sabers. We got Gen 2 Lamias with pens that cost more than many American-made knives that I own. You guys are going all in today. Steve, I want to make sure I'm not scrolling too fast. Sometimes I scroll too fast. Hold on. Steve, he's got, new knife day. The new Tuya Digger. That is a cleaver foot. I think so. Look at the size of that thumb stud. That is overly large. The question is, does it give you a lot of leverage on the deployment? Things that I would like to know. Is that a hollow swedge? That's a very unique looking knife. I don't think I've ever seen that before. John Sagamore, he's got a Kaiser with, I'm assuming that's crystal titanium. I'm not sure about, I don't follow Kaiser anymore. That's the excuse that I'm going with. I don't follow Kaiser anymore. Crystal tie, I'm blanking on the model. I truly don't follow Kaiser anymore, but I love crystal titanium, and that's a wicked looking Warncliffe. Here we go. Here we go. We got a McNeese Dixon. We got a Machine Wise Mojave. We've got is that a Jackknives Little Bro? No. Yes? No. Yes? No. I don't know. I've seen this fixed blade before, but I'm blanking. Ooh, is that a Nice Guy Machine Company? Nice Guy Machine Company pry bar. Fear the Goat. I like that, dude. That's super cool. I like the sheath right there. The slip. Ooh, Frankie, damn. You put a mirror polish on that, bro? Did you put that there or did you pay someone to do that? Because either way, that's still impressive. That looks great. I like that. I like it a lot. Very nice. Let's go. Vavelsky, he's got an EMP EDC. And, oh, look at that. He's also got he's got a blue custom Kevin Smock contoured Spyderco smock. Very nice. That's the new style nimble, right? Right. I'm pretty sure. Right next to the smock. Look at those solid shots. Looks good. Looks really good. Love it, man. Yeah, that's a good one too. Vavelsky's got the good shots. Jim Miller, he's carrying the River's Edge Cutlery Shaman, the Arc Form Saber, and the Rosecraft F3. Nice, man. Southern Cali, he's got a Harpoon Spanso XM24, right? Excuse me, sorry. Grimsmo Norseman and the bestech Taipan. That's right. I always forget the Taipan. Thank you for listing that. Interesting thing about the Norseman recently. Have you guys noticed that their values on the secondary have shot right back up? I swear I started talking about how good of a deal you could get on these. Like I was seeing Norsemans, like perfectly good Norsemans with very little wear and tear going for like, I kid you not, $550. $550 with milling patterns, excellent shape. All of a sudden people were like, oh, like a Norseman's not that big of a deal anymore. And they started letting him go. And then like, I was talking about it. I said, don't base your selling trends of your collection off of what people say they like or don't like anymore, because it changes. It's really fickle. And the Norseman is one of those knives that For a long time, people have considered a Grail level knife. Grimsmo, highly respected for John Grimsmo, highly respected for his craftsmanship, his attention to detail, things like fit and finish, tolerances, so on and so forth. He gets microscopic with his OCD. It's insane. Now, some people have rightly said that this looks a little bit like a donkey. Yeah, I get it. Or like a horse. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't care because this is still an epic knife. I've wanted one ever since I saw it on freaking my brain is tired. Should probably just go to sleep. Nick Shabazz. There we go. Nick Shabazz had the Norseman as one of his top knives ever, and I've always wanted one ever since I saw him review it. I'm going to get one. I should have grabbed one back when the prices were better, because you could have gotten them for like $550, $600 in the like new in box condition, right? And now all of a sudden those got bought up super quick, and now on the secondary, if you want to get yourself a Grimsmo Norseman, you have to go back to, you know, what they were going for before, which was like $800, $700, $800 is what I've been seeing lately. Super cool, man. Love it. I'm gonna have to get one of those. Paperclip, he's got a knife that I really freaking want. He has the Spartan Blades Pandia. That's this guy right here. These are available too. American made, titanium, more slender than the Spartan Harsey folder, and I've been hearing some good things about this one. He also has a Spartan Palace. I believe that's what that one is the Palace. Is that an automatic? I don't know too much about Spartan's lineup, I'll be honest. I mean, everyone knows the Spartan Harsey folder, but I feel like they do other knives good too. Pandia's on my short list this year. I'm going to buy one. The reason why I haven't is because I have two knives that'll be here between Monday and Tuesday that I am very, very excited about. Something coming from South Africa. Got something coming from the great state of Florida. Good stuff is on the way. Those are really sick. I'm going to get a Pandia at some point this year. It's going to happen. Stonewall, he's got a Sparrow Strix and a BMK Ether. I need a Strix one of these days, like a custom one. Did you guys see that Greg Schaub is coming out with a new model? It's going to be the Bantam Strix, and it looks like a little bit shorter but possibly taller version of the blade. I like it. I really like it. I want one. Nick T, he's got the Riyadh VK Anub and the Arcona Buran. Very nice. I know that's a solid carry. Super solid. Nice, man. I dig it. And then, of course, my carry today, for those of you who missed the intro, today I carried a couple Remet knives. This guy, which is my most recent review, is out on this, by the way. If you guys are interested, this is the Remet Infinite Power. Super snappy, beautiful knife. And then my favorite Remet knife ever released, this guy right here, the button frame lock Remet RT Steed, also in full DLC. Love it, man. Excuse me, the handles on these are not DLC. The blade is DLC. They do a different treatment for the handles on this one. It's not DLC on the handles. Anyways, guys, thank you for everyone who participated in the pocket check. Thank you. If you watch the pocket check, if you'd like to have your pocket check featured on a live stream, consider joining the Discord community. There we go. Hold on. I have missed so much in the chat. Says, I have a few sabers, about 50 swords. Damn. That's impressive. The barrel is a 5-gallon I use for homebrew. So it's not aged whiskey? I am disappointed. I was hoping it was bourbon. I guess when I visit, we'll just have to crack open a beer. I'm sure the beer is really good, though. I do like some good homebrewed beer. Not much, around 300 to 1,000. Really? I don't know, man. I don't think... freaking cable. I don't think you can put a price tag on history. I really don't. Boo, SPK. I love it. Dude, I love the knives. Like, Alex Steingraber is a bit of a... I don't even want to call him controversial. He's just like the angriest man on the internet. And he loves talking about the YouTubers, and like he loves ranting about people who send in like warranty claims, and that really shouldn't be warranty claims. They're like, yeah, I'm the third owner and it's got lock rock, but here's a bag of candy. Can you fix my knife? People really do that stuff to makers, and it's like a lot of makers will just ignore it, send it back, and say nope, not on warranty. But then you got makers like Steingraber and Greg Medford who will post it and publicize it and call you dumb publicly. Should they do that? I don't know. It is. I'll admit it is kind of entertaining. It's been in my family for 60 years. That's cool, dude. I want a cavalry saber. I understand you got to pass it on to the family. You got to keep it in the family. I still want a cavalry saber. Steve says those big dished T-studs are nice in cold weather if you got cracks on the thumb tips. Nice. Says I had a friend age Chardonnay in the barrel, and then I put a I know I'm gonna butcher this. A saison in it. Yeah, I don't know how to say that. I'm not familiar with that term. A saison? Saison. I knew that. Yo, Staten Island, what's up, man? He says, how are you, buddy? I was hoping you'd check out my pocket check on the Discord. Maybe next time. I was late, I guess. You know what? We got time. We'll scroll on down, see what else I missed. Why not? All right. People who came in late, we'll give you a pass this time. Randy Butternups, he's got the 3V mini harpoon. Nice. Victor Blades. He's got the it's a Ketuo, but I'm not super familiar with Ketuo either. I know this guy. He's got a bestech Taipan and a Yon Knife Chevron. Wow, I can't talk today. Also, is that a cedar? Rob Johnson cedar. Holt Morpheus. You did not carry all of these knives. This is the pocket check, sir. This is the pocket check. You didn't carry all these knives. I know it. I need video evidence of you pulling all of these out of your pocket. The reason I say that is because absolutely nobody would be like, you know what's going to fit in all my pockets? About, I don't know, $6,000 worth of knives. I'm just giving you a hard time. That's a pretty sweet collection, dude. I like it. I mean, you know that you've got a great lineup. The least expensive knife on the table is made by McNeese. HMC Transient, Prince Protean, Warney, Holt Morpheus, Rob Johnson's Cedar, Hawk Talon, Brown FSD, Rosie. Nice. We got a Hog House Veli, and this one up at the top, I'm not entirely sure. What is it? I don't know this one at the top at all. That doesn't look familiar to me at all. It's pretty sick, man. Pretty sick. Nice. I dig it. Video of my pocket drop on your Instagram. Okay, sweet. I'm gonna head over there right now. Hold on. I need to stay hydrated. I talk a lot. Hold on. Where are we? All right. I think I found it. All right. We're going to see it. Oh, that's the one on the sod buster. That's pretty slick, man. That's a good fitting sheath too. Nice. That's your knife. Did you make that? I see your logo on it. Did you make that? I think you did. Why did I see that and think that was the sod buster? Is that how it was labeled on your channel? I'm all over the place today. I can't get anything right. Hold on. Sow buster, sod buster, pocket drop. Sow buster. Maybe that's why I thought that's what it was. Ulti clip. Did you make that knife? Kodiak, did you make that knife? I'm asking because I see your logo on it and that looks awesome, man. Looks like a really good all-purpose fixie. The Sow Buster. Full tang design. Looks like some solid handle skills right there. What steel is that? I dig it, man. I dig it. That's the thing I like about small fixed blades, though, is that especially on a design like this, you can carry it without feeling like you're carrying a boat anchor on your belt. So they're really easy to bring with you. You get all of the benefits that you get of a fixed blade in that they're highly reliable, and you don't have to ever worry about a knife lock failing. It's not that you can't have issues with a fixed blade, but also something that I've learned about fixed blades is that the sheath makes a huge difference. The sheath makes a huge difference. Just kind of like with folding knives, how the knife lock makes a huge difference. Something that I'm learning about fixed blades is that the sheath makes a huge difference too. That's cool, dude. I really like that. Like I said, you are far more talented than I am. That's really cool. Mike says Bedford loses his crap. Not at times, like weekly. I mean, I get it. The community can be brutal at the best of times. It's a pocket checks. I mean, I'm never mad at checking out cool knives though. The top one is a JD Vanderventer Premium Gold Custom South African. Nice. I haven't heard of that maker, but South Africa is freaking killing it, man. I've got a South African knife that should be here Monday. I'm really, really, really excited about it. Arnar Steve says sabers over katana. I mean, if we're talking like classic bladesmithing, I don't know if I would do that. Japanese bladesmiths in that era were some of the most talented bladesmiths in the world. I'm not entirely certain, like if we're talking about who made better swords, classical katanas are pretty hard to beat, dude. Kodiak says, Sow Buster female berry. A sow, yes, I made it all. Dude, that's freaking fantastic. Kodiak, where can you buy? Do you have a website, dude? Do you have a website where like a peasant like myself could just go and buy a knife if we wanted to? Let us know in the chat. Sow, the female grizzly bear. The angrier grizzly bear, and they're all angry. They're all angry. It's like, your work's marvelous. Glad I asked you to make a custom for me. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff, man. Like I'm just a hack that makes content about knives because I like them. I wish I could make them. That's cool. That's really cool. Good looking sheath, good looking knife. See that? That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Like, you see that? That's not like you're not walking around having people at Walmart looking at you like, oh, what are you going to do with that fixed blade? Like, no, it's sensible. You have all the advantages of a fixed blade without having to carry a boat anchor on your belt. I like that. It's one of the reasons why I absolutely love. Where did I put it? I'm losing it. Here it is. That's why I love this one. Same deal over here. I love it. No website. No, gave it up. I understand. 1084 high carbon. Okay. I will send you a photo of a dragon scale slip I've done too. Nice, man. Send it my way, dude. Send it my way. I definitely want to check it out. I had something I wanted to talk about. Flag in use. Flag in use. What are we talking about? It was about how you went from $60 to more expensive knives. Is that it? What are we talking about? Arnar Steve says, am I on the right Discord? Looks like kids playing video games. Yeah, so what Discord is Discord is a community. Anyone can set up a Discord server. Anyone. It is primarily used for video games, but you will find it very commonly in other spaces as well for all types of hobbies. But Discord initially started as a service for people to play computer games with each other online. It's a community platform, but it doesn't have to be for video games. It's just what a lot of people use it for. So you'll find it in pretty much all spaces. Like, for example, custom knife makers have Discords. Channels like myself have Discords. If there's a hobby with a community around it, they probably have a Discord. So the Discord looks like this. It's kind of like a mix between a chat room and a forum. And in fact, this is my server right here, my Discord server. So for example, we've got channels like the Hangout and Chat. You can pop in here. You can shoot the shit with the guys. We talk about whatever we want. Talk about whatever you want. This is a scrolling chat, and we just talk about anything. We've got a channel for New Knife Day. If you get a new knife and you're excited about it, you want to share that excitement with others, you can post a photo here. That's really cool. If you want to sell a knife, we have a knife yard sale channel where you can actually go and buy and sell your knives from your own collection. We have a giveaway channel, which I've neglected. People didn't really like my giveaways on Discord. Apparently they weren't flashy enough. I've got a channel for knife drops and deals. Like, this is more of the forum style where you make a post and each post is in and of itself a post, so it doesn't get lost in the sauce. So this is a community. It's called the Only Spartans Discord. I'm growing it. Is Discord a place for video games? Yes, but it's just a place in general for people with hobbies. It's my server. The only way to join is through the invite link, which is available to all channel members on the post section of my YouTube channel, which for not me, it might look like a community section of my YouTube channel. All I ask is that people are respectful, they honor the golden rule, and that they're active. If I see someone has like not been active for like a month or 2 months, I might just trim them from the Discord and then they can rejoin at their leisure. Anyways, that's the Discord. I think it's a cool spot. You can do a lot with Discords. All right. Hold on. There was something I wanted to talk about. Guys, I'm tired. I know. I've only been going for like an hour and 40 minutes. But life has been very busy for me. I've got new content coming soon on honestly, what is, in my opinion, the best knife under $50? I do a lot of content on knives that cost more money, and those are fun. But every now and then, I think it's good to enjoy the less expensive knives, the ones that where you see people giving them the most use. Why? Because they're not safe queens at $50, or at least most of the time they're not. So I've got an episode on what is, in my opinion, at least right now, the best budget knife under $50. That's coming soon. The video's recorded. I'm just doing a simple over the head style review. Why not? I've got more content coming for other knives as well. Like I said, I got a lot of nice stuff that I've acquired within the last couple months, to start the year. So I'm behind on that. So I got to work on that. Updates to the community are in progress, but they're slow. And aside from that, I'm just trying not to let regular everyday life just beat me down, because there's a lot going on. Southern Cali says, Shams, living in Idaho, you were so close to so many legendary makers. You should tour some of their facilities. They'd love the exposure, and you learn some of the intricate knife making. You think Bill Koenig would be cool if I just popped up one day and was like, hey, Bill, listen, I know you've heard of me, but it's time we do a tour. Bill Koenig probably doesn't care about the exposure. Maybe he does. Maybe I just assign too much stardom to some of these guys. I don't know. I would love to tour the Koenig shop. I would love to tour the Chris Reeve shop. I already have a standing invitation from Buck Knives to tour their shop. There's Millet Knives. It's not too terribly far away. There is Hawk Knives. Maybe Gavin would let me drop by. I don't know. It's not a bad idea, man. It's really not a bad idea. I think for me, what it comes down to is that, like, at this stage of my history, my channel, I am well known enough where a decent amount of people would recognize the channel name. But I'm not so well known where that channel name means anything in like these bigger circles. Right. So I guess I just don't have a lot of faith that I could reach out and be like, hey, I've got a YouTube channel. I'd love to make a video touring your shop. Could I come tour your shop? Maybe they'd say yes. Maybe they'd say no. The worst is not when they say no, and people don't get that. The worst is when you send out an outreach message like that and they read it and never respond. That is the worst. That is the worst. I'd love to believe that when I make content, I offer value. And it's hard when you do outreach and people just ignore you. It's part of the game. I'll say it. It's part of the game. It's also easier to let others reach out to you because then there's no opportunity to fail. But you're right. There are a lot of legendary makers here in the great state of Idaho, which for the fact of the matter does exist. I live here. Idaho exists. I would love to do a series touring these awesome legendary knife maker shops. I absolutely would. I got a review queue I got to get through. And that's just so I can get to the next Steel Snobs episode, which I think would be really cool. Kodiak says, can I sell my custom knives there too, Roll? Yeah, absolutely. You mean on the knife yard sale? Get over there. You're more than welcome to sell your custom knives there. Absolutely. Abso-freaking-lutely. Top Dog says, exposure is not always a good thing. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Can't hurt to try. Also not wrong. You have a fear of rejection. I get rejected all the time. The point I was making was not that I have a fear of rejection, but rather that I have gotten tired of playing the game of outreach. I'll give you an example. When I first started my channel, I understood that it was going to be an uphill battle, both for my wallet, but also for making content that was different enough for people to actually care to watch. because there was so many channels doing the same thing. So many channels doing the same thing. Same style, same shots, same knives, and they're all competing for eyeballs. And then they want to know why, and then new channels want to know why they don't get eyeballs. It's because they're a needle in a haystack of other channels looking for eyeballs. So I started doing video with face-forward content. All of a sudden, more face-forward content was coming out, so clearly I wasn't the only one that thought that would be a difference maker in some aspects. Some people love it, some people hate it, but that's neither here nor there. But I also knew that I couldn't just buy everything, so I did a ton of outreach. I reached out to companies all over the place. And I understood that as a new guy, I wasn't going to get everyone saying yes. I just couldn't afford to buy everything that I wanted to make content around. So I did a ton of outreach. A ton of people said, nope, come back to me. Like, you don't have enough of a library yet for us to understand if we want to collaborate with you. Totally fine. A ton of people just ignored me. I got a few that said yes. And that was nice. It kept me going. And then more started saying yes. And more started saying yes. And more started saying yes. And I started to realize that I was getting less and less excited the more collaborations I did. And I was also starting to get more and more frustrated. Like, it started to feel like these companies thought that I owed them something. I mentioned this a couple live streams ago. This is why I don't collaborate with Kaiser anymore. Kaiser likes to treat channels like personal advertising contractors. I don't do that. If I collaborate with a company, it's because I am genuinely interested in the product. That's it. I've had people in marketing tell me that for the type of videos that I make, the quality of videos that I make, that it's ludicrous that I don't charge companies to make these videos. But the truth is that I make the videos not because I'm trying to make money, but because I enjoy the hobby. The more collaborations I do, the harder it is to enjoy the hobby. So I've become very picky. But it's also put me in this place where I just don't do much outreach anymore. I just don't. I've become fatigued doing outreach because I know the level of effort that I put in to making content. So it's not that I'm afraid of rejection. It's that the idea of being ignored, where someone sees that request and decides just not to respond at all, means that they find no value in the effort that I put in. And knowing how many hours, knowing how many times I've been up till 2, 3 in the morning, recording content, editing, doing thumbnails and videos, re-recording to get my thoughts down right. Like that's not fear. That makes me angry. Because it's not that someone could say no. That's fine. It's that to someone who doesn't know me, they might assign that 0 value. That makes me angry. Because someone, I believe, is always worth at least an answer. They don't have to find value. But it makes me angry because every time that happens, it burns me out just a little bit more. And then I start to feel like I'm just another guy out there with his hands out begging for crumbs. And I'm not. I know the quality that I put out there is good. I know that. But I have no fear of rejection. I'm just tired of collaborating. I still do it. Plenty of companies I like collaborating with. Remet, for example. They're fantastic. I love reviewing their stuff because they listen to feedback. They're really interested in my opinion. They don't care if I give negative feedback sometimes. Those are the companies that I like. Vosteed, fantastic. Listens to feedback. Genuinely tries to create the absolute best, most addictive EDC knives ever. Same with Remet. Love it. Those are the companies that keep me inspired because there's always something new that is uplifting. It keeps me going. Companies like Buck, who are coming out with more modern style folders that are really cool and more modern style steels that they're doing a really good job on. Companies like, where did I put it? I don't know. I'm just rambling at this point, but no, I don't have a fear of rejection. I have a fear of getting burnt out, working my ass off for people that don't understand just how much effort goes into that. And when I say people, I don't necessarily mean the audience. I'm tired, guys. I'm tired. It's been a long day. It's been a long week. Says the gnat circle ain't big. Can't see it. I don't roll low. My folks live in Coeur d'Alene. Coeur d'Alene's beautiful, dude. Steve says you were going to talk about the Sparrow Knives drama. Yeah, screw it. Why not? Sparrow Knives. The Reddit community recently, when I say the Reddit community, I'll specify. The Chinese knives Reddit community recently got their panties up in a bunch because all of a sudden their members were getting reported and banned. I find this humorous. Listen, if you've watched me for any amount of time, you know I am not a supporter of counterfeiting. I'm not a supporter of clones. I don't personally hold every single individual who has ever bought a counterfeit knife or a clone responsible, though. However, the Chinese knives community, the R Chinese knives community, has members who have, in fact, aided counterfeit knife companies in making counterfeits. I want to be clear about something because the law is clear. Regardless of whatever the moderators of that community are or what they say, a counterfeit is not a clone. And a clone is not a counterfeit. The difference is that a counterfeit tries to replicate every single detail, including things like trademark logos, including things like packaging, sometimes certificates of authenticity. Clones tend to still steal IP or intellectual property, which is still not good. But usually the difference is that it's easy to tell, right? Like maybe they took a silhouette of a knife, but they didn't steal the logo, they didn't steal the packaging. Clearly, they're not trying to fool anybody. That's the difference between a clone and a counterfeit. Counterfeits are exceptionally illegal. And no, for those of you who don't know, it's not the same thing as buying Mr. Pibb versus Dr. Pepper. That's what's known as a generic brand. Generic brand and counterfeits, not the same thing. Not the same thing. But there are members of that community who have not only glorified counterfeits, which hurt more than just the maker. It actually hurts our economy. It's been factually linked that counterfeit companies in general, not just in the knife community, but in general, are linked to funding human trafficking and drug cartels. This is not me exaggerating. I didn't just look this up some random place and quote this. Like this is something that our international agencies, our custom agencies, the FBI have linked. And then you have these jerk-offs who go on there and they glorify it and they say, well, if these USA makers just made them cheaper, I'm going to buy it. I just want to I want to test drive it first. That is the dumbest argument. That is the dumbest argument. When people say, well, I want to try it first without spending $1,000 on it. You're never trying it first. You're trying a counterfeit. The counterfeit's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. And people who think that it is, they're fooling themselves. There's 1,000,001 arguments I can make about why counterfeits are bad. Either way, Transparent Knives posted a video, or he posted a screenshot on his Instagram of the Chinese knives community getting all up in arms because they thought that Greg Schaub was going after them. They thought that he was on the warpath and he was getting people to like report and ban people, which is funny because in the end, it turned out that it was not him. He said all he did was post a picture of his trademark on that group and then they banned him, which is ridiculous, by the way, because his knives have been getting chunks bitten out of them by these counterfeit companies a lot recently. Anyways, So they thought that he was going after them because they banned him for posting a picture of his trademark that they were supporting the ripoff of. Make it make sense? So they posted it. They're like, watch out. He's on the warpath. Change your sale post so that it doesn't include dollar signs. Use pictures, whatever. And so, like, I thought that was hilarious, for one. Because now you got a community that glorifies theft acting like victims because somebody out there dislikes the fact that they support clones and counterfeits. Like, you don't want us to be mad at you for supporting theft, for breaking the law. And yes, just because our government doesn't have the funds to actually individually persecute each individual person who imports a counterfeit doesn't mean that it's not still illegal. But they want to act like victims. That's what I thought was funny. Brian from Transparent Knives, shout out to him, by the way, was actually willing to sit down with one of the moderators from the Chinese knives community. And that was a whole nother thing. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. It's hard to watch because, like, the moderator just did a really bad job. Like, it looked like he was dodging questions because each answer was a metaphor. Like, well, if you were in this position and like if you were doing this, or like he just wasn't answering questions in a straightforward manner. Like, simple questions. It bothers me, dude. It bothers me. I wonder how many people out there it bothers as well. And some people will say, well, I mean, I buy knives. I'm part of that community. Does that mean that you hate me? No. The people that I dislike and that I have a problem with are those who help counterfeit knife companies make better counterfeits. The argument that I hear all the time is, well, they're doing a really good job. You should see these new counterfeit knives. If they can make them for $100 instead of spending $1,000, shouldn't I do that? No. Are counterfeits becoming a better quality? Yes, but I'll tell you why. They're becoming a better quality because they need to be convincing to pass. And so they're becoming better quality as a side effect. It's a side effect. They don't care about making good knives. People don't get this. They do not care about making good knives. They care about making accurate copies because that's how they can take the biggest chunk out of our economy. And people are willing to help them do that, which that's despicable, especially when you know that these companies, they're not just doing knives, they're doing everything. And that money could potentially go to human trafficking, could potentially go to drug cartels. I say potentially because I don't know. It just makes me angry. Notwithstanding the fact that it does hurt the community. So that's my thoughts on it, guys. I'm going to leave it there. I'm super tired. It's been a long week. It's been a long day. Thank you guys for getting through a live stream with me. We're going to be live again on Wednesday, which is 8 p.m. Mountain, 10 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Central, or 7 p.m. Pacific. There we go. Jim says Reddit is full of Jannies. They're too big for their britches. I wouldn't be sad if the entire Our Chinese Knives subreddit got nuked out of existence. They can make a new subreddit that doesn't include counterfeits. There's a plethora of really well-made knives from China. They don't have to be counterfeits. They don't. If they were interested in making good knives, they wouldn't be counterfeits. But we can all pretend that they're doing that to give us a better price on a knife that we like. Have a great rest of your weekend, guys. Have a great rest of your week. Keep your eyes peeled for new content coming soon. I'm going to call it a day. I'll see you guys on the flip side.